friends, my name is Momma Grace. I've been so looking forward to spending time with you. Welcome to my home. You know, I've been thinking lately about all the things I love to do. I enjoy spending time in my home. I like to bake cookies and bread and tidy up and just putter around my house. I also like to do another thing that I hope you will enjoy doing with me, and that's reading. Do you like to read stories as much as I do? Because I've really been looking forward to going on this journey with you of getting together and sharing something that I hope we both enjoy. So let's see if we're about ready to read. Let's see. I have my favorite cozy slippers on. I'm in my cozy chair, and I have my special shelf that has all kinds of things on it that we're going to need when we read our stories. So let's see what we've got. Oh, look, we have our visiting toys today. They're Buzz and Woody. Do you love Buzz and Woody? You know, Woody especially was so well loved that his foot's even broken. But we love Buzz and Woody at my house. You know, my older kids used to really love Buzz and Woody, and don't tell, but I think they still do. I do too. See what else we have. We have some stuffed friend visitors today. This is Oatmeal. Oatmeal actually belongs to one of my sons that's all grown up now, and he named him Oatmeal. Can you guess why? Because he looked at him and he said, "He looks like oatmeal." So that was the perfect name for him. He's a very special part of our family. We also have Cow. Cow used to belong to my daughter, and now he belongs to me, and he's been very well loved for a very long time. We love Cow. All right, I also have my special drink for the day, and can you see my hot chocolate mug? It says Hugs and Hot Chocolate, and that's really fun. I also see a few mini marshmallows on my shelf, and I think I'm going to put 3 of them in my hot chocolate today. 1, 2, 3. They're bobbing around in here. I don't know if you can see, but they look really cute. Let me take a little sip. It is perfect. All right, I think we're about ready to read. Today, our book is going to be Caps for Sale. Do you know this book already? It's a great book. This book was written and illustrated by Esphyr Slobodkina. So here we go. Caps for Sale. Caps for Sale. A tale of a peddler, some monkeys, and their monkey business. To Rosalind and Emmy Jean, and to their grandfather who loved to read to them. I bet we would have liked that grandpa. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First, he had on his own checked cap, then a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, then a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. And as he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street, calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," said he, and he walked out of town, slowly, slowly, so as not to upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," thought he, and he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put up his hand to feel if they were straight. First, his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps at the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. All he felt was his own checked cap. He looked to the right of him, no caps. He looked to the left of him, no caps. He looked in back of him, no caps. He looked behind the tree, no caps. Then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray or a brown or a blue or a red cap. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking his finger at them, "you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, "Tz, tz, tz, tz." This made the peddler angry, so he shook both hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook back both their hands back at him and said, "Tz, tz, tz, tz." Are you shaking your hands? Now he felt quite angry, and he stamped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, "Tz, tz, tz." By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and he shouted, "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped both their feet back at him and said, "Tz, tz, tz, tz." At last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap, threw it on the ground, and began to walk away. But then each monkey pulled off their cap, and all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very top. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town, calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." The end. Wasn't that a great book? I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. You know, sometimes I really wish that I could talk to these authors that have written such amazing books and tell them what a great job they did and how proud I am of them for doing all the hard work of writing down their thoughts into a story. Isn't it amazing? Have you ever written a story? I have. If you did, I would love to hear about it, and I bet it would be fantastic and so interesting and something I would love to read. Well, I've loved this time we've spent together today, and I think it's about time to go. So, let's give our little special visiting toys a little goodbye touch, a little loving touch today. And I want one more little sip of my drink. And we're going to give our stuffed friends one more little hug. There they are. And just remember, Momma Grace is always here, just waiting and looking forward to the next time we can get together. So, it's goodbye, but just for now.